We are taking the two groups material, and one of the part we are adding add the carbon disulfide, another part we are adding the sulfuric acid, dilute sulfuric acid or dilute HCl. Then what will happen? One of the part we are adding the carbon disulfide, and another part we are adding the dilute sulfuric acid or hydrochloric acid. The gas obtained by group 1 is hydrogen. Okay, the gas obtained by group 1 is hydrogen. Group 1 we are taking the mixture of, that is a iron fillings, and next another one is the sulfur powder, iron fillings and sulfur powder. Okay, the gas obtained by group 1 is hydrogen. It is a colorless, odorless and combustible. Okay, the gas obtained by first group is a hydrogen. It is a colorless, odorless and combustible. It is not advised to do the combustion test for hydrogen in the class. Why? Because that is a combustion test, so that's why we did not advise to do the combustion test for hydrogen in the class. And next, the gas obtained by group 2 is hydrogen sulfide. In the group 2 is we can obtain the gas hydrogen sulfide, that is a formula H2S. Okay, hydrogen sulfide formula H2S, hydrogen formula H2. In the group 1 we can obtain the gas, which gas? Hydrogen gas. In group 2 which gas we are obtaining? Hydrogen sulfide. Okay, hydrogen sulfide also, it is a colorless gas. It is also colorless gas like hydrogen, but it is having the smell of rotten eggs. Okay, it is having the smell of rotten eggs. It is a colorless gas with the smell of rotten eggs. That hydrogen sulfide having the rotten eggs smell. Okay, but hydrogen gas does not have any smell. And you must have observed that the products obtained by both the groups show different properties though the starting materials were same. Once you have to observe that the products, okay, once you have to observe the products obtained by both the groups, they are having the different properties from the starting material, but the starting material is the same, but their products properties is different. Okay, group 1 activity involving a physical change. Group 1 activity involving in physical change. Group 2 is a chemical change has taken place. Okay, group 1 is a physical change and group 2 is a chemical change has taken place. The material obtained by group 1 is a mixture of the two substances. Okay, from the group 1 we can obtain the mixture. Why? Because we are taking the iron fillings and sulfur powder. It is a physical change, physical change. Group 1 activity involving a physical change, that is a mixture. The substances given are the elements iron and sulfur. Already we know these substances in the group 1. Which substances we are taking? That elements are iron and sulfur. The properties of the mixture are the same as that of constituents. Okay, in the group 1 we can obtain the mixture. That mixture property and the constituents, mixture properties, the properties of the mixture and are the same as that of constituents. Which constituents is there? Iron and sulfur. Okay, the material obtained by group 2 is a compound. The material obtained by group 2 is a compound. First group 1 is a mixture, group 2 is a compound. On heating the two elements strongly we get a compound. On heating the two elements strongly we get the compound. The properties of the compound is totally different with combining elements. Okay, in the mixture properties are same with the constituent elements, but in the compound the properties of compound is totally different with combining elements. Okay, here what is the difference? Here we are heating. On heating the two elements we can get the compound. Without heating means we can get the mixture. That is the difference. In group 1 we did not heat that mixture, so that constituents, that's why we can get the mixture. Here in the second group we are heating, that's why we can get the compound. Okay, this is about the compounds and elements. Okay, I will give the flow chart about the what are the differences between the elements and compounds. Okay, in the next class I will give the about that. Okay, thank you all of you.